Hello and welcome to a Are You Suspect test, actually live. They're suspect testing Heracross. Are they? One moment. Are you suspecting it was today Heracross? Yep. So, that's nice. Basically, the point of this team is I think it's fun, and Snorlax Reuniclus is really fun. Shaman is just powerful. Moltres is, I think, really good. Donphan spins and sets rocks for Moltres to break, and DD Komodo is just fun. And speaking of DD Komodo, it actually puts in work this game. So, this is going to be a pretty relaxed-paced live, in all honesty. I don't feel a desire to really make this go fast. It's going to be a fun RU live. There's nothing wrong with that, and T-Spikes don't even matter to me really that much. I need to kill off the Mismagius and the Spiritomb, and then Curslax just literally wins. Yeah, he did stay in with the Weezing. We get a crit, which is nice for me, but not so nice for him. As we can proceed to just HP Fire right here, or yeah, it's just worth it, just in case he decided to go into something like Spiritomb, but not risking the miss, just so I get damage off. Could go into his Houndoom here. Mega Houndoom is banned in RU, I'm pretty sure. Well, not banned, I think it's just literally not in it. So we can Synthesis here on a predicted Sucker Punch, as we get that one right, and now we can Seed Flare. And he's done me a massive favour right there. That's pretty nice of him, in all honesty. I do appreciate this, because now I can just Synthesis again. He can't Sucker Punch, and he knows that. He got Pain Split. Okay, that's fair. That's decent. It's an okay move. But that Seed Flare, that was a roll apparently. I thought it was just going to do another 68%, but 73. I'll take that roll. I'm not feeling bad about that at all. It goes into the Rampardos, because I don't like switching into Shaman either. Oh, that's a Scarf Rampardos. Very interesting. Very spinnable on. Let's go for Toxic on the anticipated Mismagius, because I imagine he'd want to spin block so that he keeps up his hazard. And even if he stays in, like, the Scarf Fire Punch is doing nothing to me. A net of 0. So he goes into Mismagius here. I'm just going to spam spin in hopes that he switches out. Donphan isn't really that useful in anything else this game. He's got Heal Bell, that's fucking annoying. Well, let's just go into Moltres. And then click U-turn. As he has sub. Fuck. Well, let's click Flamethrower then. Goes for the Calm Mind. Subsea Mismagius is actually a bit of a threat, but it's actually also not, because I've just realized it can't even touch Snorlax, and literally all I need to do is go into Snorlax and I can just wall it forever. He can now sub on me if he wants to, but it's getting harder by the turn, and he's risking a massive crit, which would just be quite devastating for him. I don't have another way to outspeed this, so maybe it's worth keeping around, but no, because he's, I mean, he's got leftovers. And I'm soundproof rather than bulletproof. Shit. Oh well, let's just fake the soundproof. Why not? Fake the soundproof, fake the bulletproof. We actually lived that, because Jesus, you're a god. And I can just go for a devastating Drake here to have fun, because that was dying anyway. And now we can just go into Snorlax and win, question mark. Or I actually want to go into Donphan so I can spin first. No need to be taking that extra hazard damage per turn. Also just like scares out Houndoom a little bit as he goes into that. We're going to spin regardless though, because even like I don't fear a Houndoom. If it's nasty plot, then fair enough. If it's not nasty plot, then I'm fine with this. He's actually got Destiny Bond on his Houndoom, which is worth remembering. Goes for the Dark Pulse there, it's Life Orb, doesn't flinch me, so this Houndoom goes down. And now, he can't win. So that's nice. Generally, Scarf Rampardos doesn't do enough with any one move because, I mean, if he head smashes, he iron heads. It doesn't even kill Donphan. And a burnt Donphan is enough to just knock it straight out. I like using this team. It's obviously not the best team ever built. You want more hazard support with a Moltres on your team. You also want a rock switch in that isn't that has decent checks to offensive rocks as opposed to Donphan, which is just kind of a switch into something else. This man looks weak to Komodo, depending on the Silvally form. Actually, he actually left, so. He rejoined, so I will claim that was me being generous to him. I don't want to lead with Donphan because that Tyrantrum is really fucking scary, so I'm just going to lead off with Moltres. So he leads off with his Silvally Steel. His fire switch-in is his Tyrantrum, and while that's an okay fire switch-in, I think it still gets 3-hit KO'd, so... let's do it this way then. I'm not ashamed of this. It's actually his Mudsdale. This definitely has a rock move. Rock slide, probably. Goes for the heavy slam. Does not have a rock move. Okay, good to know. Very good to know. In fact, excellent information to have. He goes for an earthquake there. Gets a fucking crit. That sucks. Let's just toxic this and then just start applying the offense with Shaman. Because he doesn't have a Seed Flare switching. Actually, he does. He has Silvally Steel, so I might just want to go hard into Moltres here in anticipation of Silvally. I've just realised this is like my third game on the ladder, so it's worth not making that play again. Because yeah, that's that's assuming a level of skill that is not guaranteed on the lowest levels of any ladder. But thankfully this guy is actually a decent player, so he did know to go into his Steel type on a Shaman. Goes into his Tyrantrum here, so eeny meeny miny sack. Let's choose Komodo. Because, well, I mean, he could just go for a Dragon type move and that would be relatively fine for him. Shaman arguably doesn't do that much this game. Yeah, we'll go Shaman. He just head smashes me to death. That is not rock. That is not Rockhead. Oh dear. Now that's just a shame because that's just a team builder fuck up. And it's sad to see people lose to team builder fuck ups. So yeah. But now Komodo wins, which is that's nice. It's Devastating Drake. I don't know if it'll knock out Mesprit, because Mesprit can be surprisingly bulky, but Komodo is actually a decent dragon, so yay. Electros comes out. We can just... Outrage? Yeah. Kill off the Electros. Yeah, Silvally Steel can come in, but at this point he doesn't have an answer to Moltres, so it's fine. Wow, that's a 2-hit KO. And that didn't even kill. Please, I want this thing to win. I love Komodo just as a Pokemon, so I want it to win. I wish it got Shell Smash like that one fucker. Oh, got confused. Hit myself in confusion. Boomburst, threatening, but not going to kill me because I have still got a Snorlax. But I just want Moltres to pick up the final kill. I was wrong about how bulky Moltres was, so. Boomburst. That's a crit, Jesus. Snorlax is fat, but equally, that's strong. Like, fuck. GG. Because that was a GG, he played decently. Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on Heracross being allowed or not allowed in the tier. I just... What? Where is your Ho-Oh? Well, yeah, where is his Ho-Oh switch-in? But more relevantly, where's his Moltres switch-in? Because that looks just clean. Pretty easily. Like, I can lead with it and then U-turn immediately. Zorua is not a threat. Like, Zoroark is banned in RU because it's actually decent. And the things that check certain Pokemon, well, Heracross as an example, get destroyed by Zoroark, and it's really tricky to play around in the hands of a skilled player. Zorua does not do the same, and you cannot just substitute it in. Also, to have that work, you need to have a threatening Pokemon on your team, as opposed to a Vespiquen and a Murkrow. Please don't just be like a dead game. That'd just annoy me if it was. I might not go for Rex, and equally I might just stream it. I might decide tomorrow just to do a live stream of me just getting Rex, and end when I get Rex, or end when I decide I don't want to after all. This man does not seem like he wants to actually make a move, so we're just going to wait for this timer to run out while we get another game. This guy is using Sun, which is actually, it's decent. Oh, he did make a move eventually. Leads off with the Blade. Let's just U-turn, because the only way he's not switching out here is if he is Zorua. And we're just going to play 2 games at once, so let's lead off with Donphan because he leads off with Durant. This has not got a Dugtrio because obviously it doesn't, because Dugtrio is banned. This Z move can't kill me because of Sturdy. We also have Ho-Oh still on the back at, well, not just full, but also Scarfing, which is nice. Scarf Moltres in this matchup actually just looks amazing. And that's a Zorua. So, what does this even do? Like, genuinely not sure quite what the point of this is. Let's just go Snorlax, as he goes for the Calm Mind. Okay. As he goes for a Hone Claws, and goes for an attack here, goes for the Flinch actually. Does it work? It does not. Amazing. And, I mean, it's not like Donphan Torkoal, really? Okay. Sure, you do that. I care. You've given me Sun as well. Fuck it. This is just too good. There's no way that Torkoal's living this. Yeah. Gardevoir, hello, Flame Body. You are not bulky enough to kill me in one hit. I said bulky enough, as in I was thinking it would die to a flamethrower. I meant that it was strong enough, because that would make more sense in context. That actually didn't kill, wow. Extra sensory. Oh dear. That might be neat in, like, in the tier below this one. Not in this tier. He poisons me with Sludge Bomb, which is just fantastic. He goes for the Growth, because of course he would, because it's a Venusaur. But now we're fine? Question mark? Are we? Yeah, because I just return here. If he knocks me out, which he can with Solar Beam, then we outspeed him with Moltres next turn, and we can just click Flamethrower. And Salazzle can't kill me because I've still got Komodo at a high enough level of health. Also, I've still got this, which does outspeed and can emergency. As he does not choose to go into his Ghost type to take on a Snorlax, he chooses instead to go for Defend Order. Fuck's sake. You know what, Donphan, just Toxic this thing. Sludge Wave obviously kills, because of course it would. There's literally no way it wouldn't. Sludge Wave, that actually did a fuck ton. Gotta go for Devastating Drake here, because I like to. And even if this is Scarf, it then cannot kill my Reuniclus. So we're good. So this thing gets... well, it will get Toxic in a moment. And we win this game as well. Lovely. It's just such an annoying... I hated this Pokemon in Platinum as well, and in Pearl and stuff. It's just a very annoying, frustrating Pokemon. Because it's terrible, but, I mean, equally, like, what can you do? I'm just going to curse on up because this attack order is going to do like 30. Okay, no, he's just going to let me curse up. I mean, I prefer it this way as well. I prefer him just losing. But I don't think it's necessarily his best decision. Attack order does 39. My bad. Would have hurt. So we can just keep on cursing. As, well, I mean, he's going to just attack here, surely. Goes for the attack order. We curse up again. If he doesn't go to blade, I'm going to question what he's doing. I've got a rest here though, so I'm a reasonable amount of health. And Steven Septile has joined my game. Steven doesn't have a Septile. Goes into Comfy. Whatever, let's just kill this with a return, preferably Sleep Talk now, but maybe the Sleep Talk this turn or the next turn because it doesn't matter because it's a Comfy. Comfy gets Encore actually, so that could be annoying. But we get the return anyway. So if he goes for Calm, if he goes for... no, went for Draining Kiss, that's fine. Got a crit, didn't 4-hit KO with a crit, ignoring leftovers at +2. And people tried to tell me that Comfy is good. Those people are wrong. Goes for the SD because of course he would, but +2 Shadow Sneak cannot knock out Moltres from full. Also I don't think, yeah, well, I mean we're at Sturdy now, so even if he got a super crit with a Life Orb, Shadow Sneak from Adamant or whatever, like it won't kill. And we're faster, so he can't go for Iron Head flinches or anything. Yeah. Nothing. And if he goes Chestnut, we can Toxic. If he goes Chestnut and subs, I'm terrified. But we do have Scarf Moltres, which I can then just hard into. And I can just hard into Moltres now, actually, because there's no reason not to. That's the big thing. I don't have a reason not to make the play that wins. And this is an unintentional 6-0, so that's amazing. And now we have Mono Water, so this is the game where Moltres is doing jack fucking shit. But equally, Kamoa looks pretty decent. Donphan can Toxic and can set rocks, so I'm going to go straight for that. There's no chance I'm not doing exactly what I just said. And my play is 100% to Toxic just in case he chooses to go into Blastoise. Nope, he makes the correct play, which is going for Waterfall again, so into Shaman, and that Blastoise is never coming in freely. As he just forfeits. Lovely. Bulk Up. That's not a set. Goes into Swanna to defog. I just want a Seed Flare, honestly. Like, Swanna's not bulky. There's a reason it's not used, and he forfeits. Okay, that's nice for me. Let's get up to... I don't have a clue how high is high on the RU Suspect ladder. 1400 is high at the moment. Coil, what is the coil that people will be required to get? 2800, okay. So nobody has made the thing yet. RU is actually, like, behind Ubers, I think RU is my favourite tier. Or else RU I was better at, but RU just seems like the right midpoint of power and not broken to me. Like, I enjoy OU and I struggle with UU, but RU is fun. It feels a lot like playing with in-game teams, and we get the same guy as the first time actually. Nah, I like RU. I actually recorded a live with this team which featured me building it, but that was shit. Hi again. So... well, we know his Moltres answer already. Click X. So I'm going to lead off with it again. And leads off with X-Bloud because that actually put in work last time, which makes sense, but we can just U-turn into our Soundproof Kamoa, which kind of fits him, in all honesty. Goes into his Mesprit, which is fine. Devastating Drake. We saw that it did at least 88%. It does kill straight from full, which is nice. Like, killing something from full is always a nice feeling. I believe that this Sky Uppercut can kill, but I don't know that this Sky Uppercut can kill. And Tyrantrum is bulk. It will kill. Come on. I'll respond to Edgar in a minute. Into Electros. I want to just Dragon Dance again, because that's doing nothing to me. I love Komodo! I'm so happy to see it putting in work. But this is what I mean, like Snorlax, Reuniclus, like Komodo, Moltres, so many Pokemon I love are in this tier, and they're terrible in, like, you would never use Moltres in OU, and yeah, so I'm just very happy at the moment to be playing around with them. I love Komodo, I love Snorlax. I think I built this team before Excadrill was announced. Is this metagame with or without Excadrill? Surely it's without. The NP song is terrible as always. I mean, I assume that it was removed from the thing. But I've not been playing as much RU as I would like recently, so this is a more interesting team. This is a more typical balance. Gets fisted by DD Komodo, but I need to set up. I pretty much need to set up on that thing. I need to kill off Diancie first. Rocks are amazing in this matchup, though. So that's definitely going to be my lead of choice. We can just stealth rock immediately here, and no matter what he goes for next turn, I'm fine, because he doesn't have a default or a hazard remover. He actually tricks me a Scarf. Donphan doesn't like Scarf, admittedly. That's a pretty shit item on it. But we can easily just go into Snorlax here, and Snorlax is honestly very threatening to his team. He can Volt Switch here, presumably into Feraligatr in all honesty, because Feraligatr is much more of an offensive threat to Snorlax than anything else on his team is. He goes instead into Swellow. It is Flame Orb Swellow. That's scary. Into Donphan just as a sack, because Donphan is now Scarfed and pretty much useless, because yeah, that's doing a lot. I'm just going to go for a Rapid Spin, because what he could do here, nope, he chose to make the correct play and just staying with his thing. Let's just go for a Flamethrower here, and if he goes into Rotom Heat, he does not, so Swellow goes down. That's ideal for me. If he goes into his Feraligatr, a +1 Feraligatr I do not think will kill Shaman from full. He instead chooses to go into his Rotom Heat. Shaman is still, I feel, my play, because he's just going to Volt Switch here, and Shaman puts some pressure on the rest of his team. And if he wants to come back in, that's just 50% damage that I've just gotten on that thing for free. He goes into Dragalge here. Honestly, I could just go into Snorlax, but I would rather set up on this thing with Snorlax. So I'm just going to go for a Psychic. Let Shaman go down to a Sludge Wave, and into the Curse we go, because Snorlax is so fat. Draco Meteor, 40%. Nothing. We can Curse again, actually, because he can only go into Feraligatr here, and then we can return, and so long as we stay above 40%, we're okay. +2 return should knock out Feraligatr, I feel. It doesn't, because, fuck, that's bulky, isn't it? Goes for the Crunch. Predicted my switch into Reuniclus, over-predicted there, because there was no chance that Snorlax was dying. And here he goes into Diancie, which means we can rest and win. Diamond Storm, I mean, he's Life Orb, so it's fine. Could crit me, I suppose, but he would need a double crit in order to actually do enough, so I'm not gonna mind. Oh, Ancient Power Boosts. Those would be annoying. Don't get them. And we knock him into range of 5 Life Orb hits, so should be okay no matter what. Goes for his Rocks here, because Rocks are important when you're about to lose to a Snorlax. As he gets the boost, fuck. 2 more hits with leftovers. Oh, he gets 3. We get a curse up. That's unfortunate. I didn't want that time. But he gets 3, which means we can rest on him, which is fine. That's arguably ideal. Fuck! Oh, if he gets a high roll with that Dragalge, I'm finished. But he instead goes into Bronzong because he doesn't want to win. As he goes for a Reflect, but it's fine because Snorlax is now just bulky enough to sit here until less reflects. What are you doing? What? That's a Carmine Bronzong. Are you okay? Oh well. Bronzong is another of my favourite Pokemon as well, as is Swellow. Like, fucking... Ugh, that's doing too much. 32% puts me in... with leftovers, nope. Not quite able to survive a Draco. But at this point it is fine because Carmine Reuniclus also wins, which is amazing. Instead he chooses Rotom Heat as his switch-in. You're okay. Overheat, because, okay. I mean, he goes into Dragalge, we've seen that it's not Scarf, so I can then just go into my Komodo and click Z Outrage, so we'll get one final game, and then I'll start responding to people. And yeah, I'm just like happy right now because this team is putting in work. We're undefeated thus far. I've said that now out loud, which means we're definitely going to lose this game. But we're like, where are we? This is easier than going into room and doing rank, I swear. 1200, 71 on the ladder, very early ladder, obviously. As we see Beware again, he has a team that is fucking weak to Moltres, Jesus. His only check is like the Florges. Honestly, Snorlax looks amazing as soon as the Beware goes down. Donphan just looks like a great lead as always, really. I kind of just want to lead with Moltres though because he could easily lead Glalie, as he chose to, and we can just go for a Flamethrower right here. Which is ideal because this thing will die to a Flamethrower. He should just go into his Florges here. This should be pretty obviously a Scarf considering the rest of my team. I need the speed control for things like Scarf Heracross. I need the speed in general just so that I don't die to things like Swellow. I mean, he could think I'm autonomized. No, he does go into Florges. Good. That's a crit. Okay. I was about to say, what the fuck, doing 50% to a Florges? I should really stop like clicking next because it is missing me turns. And the good thing about that crit though means that he has to recover here, which means I do get my rocks up guaranteed. He can't scare me out with anything really, and that's just nice for Donphan in all honesty. Like, I'm happy with that. My way to weaken Florges for this game I feel is going to be DD Komodo. I might just want to DD on the potential Bronzong, which could come in on my Rocks play. And then we're in business, really. But I'm hovering over the Swellow because it's a massive threat to my team, unfortunately. I don't have a Boom Burst switch-in aside from Snorlax, which is not a Facade switch-in. So, I mean, if it comes in, I get to see which one it is, because he goes for the Wish. Okay, he probably wants to just use this on the floor, just so yeah, he does go for the Moonblast here, which is fine. I'm happy with this. I can just EQ. I'm fine with Donphan going down, in all honesty. Beware, I don't defensively check Pokemon, I offensively check Pokemon, and if he wants to leave his Florges at about 60-odd%, I'm fine with that, in all honesty. Like, I'm not going to object. He can do whatever he wants. But now we're in a sticky situation in regards to Reuniclus is amazing. Holy shit. What the fuck? Just looking at the rest of his team, Reuniclus is amazing. He probably has to go for a Wish here. Donald Glover has joined my game. I'm sad he announced that he's going to retire Childish Gambino and I only just found out about it. So he goes into Delmise, that's fine. He's going to go for a Ghost move here. But Shaman is, I think, regardless of my play. Oh, I don't have a spinner, fuck. Let's just go for a spin blocker. So I can just go for Shadow Ball here because I imagine he's going to go for the Rapid Spin because, yeah, I just feel like that's going to be his play. If he goes for Shadow Claw, then that's on me. But I don't die to 1, and if he goes for Shadow Claw here, then he'll probably go for it again next turn. And then I keep up my rocks, basically, which is very nice for me. I would go for Rapid Spin here because the switch into Florges is likely. He does go for the Shadow Claw. We do not die to 1. Does the Shadow Ball kill him? No, of course it wouldn't, because fucking Dhelmise is fat as fuck. But we can go into Moltres here as he goes for the Shadow Claw again. Crits me, that's unfortunate. Fire Blast. Would Fire Blast 2 KO Florges here? I think it would, so I'm going to go for it. He doesn't have Shadow Sneak because Dhelmise isn't going to move that good. Florges comes in, he's at 54%. Fire Blast does 37%. So we're just going to click it again and hope we hit, and hope that he doesn't get double protect. Because if he does, I would be very, very sad about that. There's nothing more I can say about this turn, really. Annoyingly, that crit does put me in range of a Glalie Ice Shard, so no matter what Moltres is going down. But it was a fun journey, at least. Goes for the double protect, we do not miss. His play was to double protect there. I don't blame him for going for that at all. Kind of want to just preserve the Moltres in all honesty. I'm just kind of trying to think of what my best play is regarding it. And I think my best play is to go into Snorlax and just fire off a double. Yeah, Snorlax and double. Because that Ice Shard is doing nothing. And I want to double into Komodo. I really do, because I expect him to go into Dhelmise here. He goes into Beware instead, which is amazing for me. I cannot have asked for a better outcome for that turn. Kind of want to just DD, in all honesty. We're bulky enough. We'll go for it. Goes into Bronzong. We can DD on you again. Can we? Or would it be... I'd just go for Sky Uppercut, it's better. If it's a random Reflect Bronzong like the last guy, means I get off more damage. It 2-hit kills Bronzong regardless. And that Gyro Ball, I think, keeps me out of range of Ice Shard, actually. I might be vastly overestimating Komodo. Need to keep Moltres alive. It's actually quite important because that Swellow is a threat. If it's Quick Attack Swellow, it could actually be a massive threat. Goes into Beware. So what is that? That's 170. That is 190. Not including stab or anything, just trying to figure out which was stronger. And doesn't try for the Ice Shard. Maybe Komodo is bulky and doesn't die to that. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace.